If you write a character that's an accomplished author in the genre of the book that say they couldn't imagine writing the story, go die in a fire. So I just finished reading or listening to an audiobook of this collection of 3 books. It was rather topical with the situation. It was something with an actual pandemic that turns people into kind of violent zombie type of things, people and other animals as well, and it was based on a cruise ship. So it's topical with what's going on with the cruise ships and the pandemics and the shutdowns and things like that. But it was focused on that. So that was kind of interesting. But one of the characters in the book was a well-renowned author, was specifically famous for a particular book where he wrote about Toxoplasmosis gondii and how it actually affects people in the world, and there's some pandemic that leads up to that. It's more of a terrorist type of attack, but it's actually involved with the actual pandemic, with the actual world-ending event that's going on in the world. Now, this is a collection of 3 books that was put into one audiobook, and I listened to it entirely through. And maybe there's some things you pick up on when you actually listen to somebody write something that long that they might have written over different spans of years, so they're changing the story here and there and things like that. But anyway, the character themselves was actually being asked about the things that were going on because they thought this character had this amazing insight into this whole thing. But this is a thing that often happens, and it often happens when you talk about zombie things. It seems like people in the universes where zombie stories go on, zombie pandemics go on, have never heard of zombies, when zombies are such a common thing in pop culture. So they want you to suspend your disbelief that that world that you're actually going into in that story is exactly like ours, but no one has come up with stories of zombies or heard about them. Anyway, so in this book, in this particular situation, this is weeks into the pandemic. It might have been months into it, or even years after. He's just talking about what was going on. He's just like, the author, he said, I could never if even imagine, an author like me could never have even imagined what's going on in this story. I'm like, no, 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 no. So somehow the writer of this story is so good to have imagined a story that a great writer. So it just seems to be some kind of self-servicing in this kind of situation to say like, yes, even somebody who wins awards couldn't think of this story. But since I have thought of this story in a similar world as this person, then I should win those same awards, if not more. Now, I didn't check and see if the person's an award-winning writer or anything, but this is just something that I would like. I just find it to be kind of a cop out. It's just one of those lines that people say like, "Oh, I nobody could have imagined this. I can't have thought of this." When you're writing about very imaginative people, especially in this situation, because the writer is writing about a character that is specifically in the field that he's writing about. So that to me kind of gets to me. I get it if you're writing a different character. This could be, oh, I'm writing about somebody from the Middle East, and then now they're dealing with something that is normally in Western mythology. Then oh, they can't necessarily have actually pictured this. There's ways to do this, but this was somebody who was living. It was almost like the author was projecting themselves as this character, but then adding that this character had these lesser abilities. It's just weird. It's just a pet peeve. It's just an annoying saying. Yeah, this probably should go into the annoying sayings instead of the shorties series. I'll think about putting it into that one. But normally I just come up with these thoughts and I expand on them. Appreciate you taking your time to come listen. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what other things you see in books, or you think this is a pointless thing that I'm bringing up here. Thank you for listening. Till next time. Goodbye.